Hey, welcome back to another Netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 70, where I want to show you something awesome in Quantrix as far as the ability to put two different labels on different charts. I have here a model where I want to show on a canvas growth rate and gross sales. I have the underlying matrix here that is feeding this chart. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to add labels to this chart, to these lines. And how I do that is I go ahead and I click on the chart, I go over to my format toolbox and I can click on chart labels. I go ahead and I click on values, and you can see what happens is it adds the values, and growth rate I would expect to be a percentage, and gross sales, oops, I don't want to see that as a percentage. I want to see that as a number like is displayed in the chart here. Actually, I don't want to see it as the full number, the fully qualified number, because that looks pretty ugly. I want to see it, say, in millions. Well, in order to do that, I could go ahead and I could highlight it. I could go to custom, and then I could come down here and I could select millions. Okay, and you can see, bam, when I do that, man, that looks really good. But whoa, what happened up here? The percents are gone. So changing the format here changes the format up here. I don't want that to happen. And I can't necessarily just, hold down my control key and just select the growth rate and change that. How can I get this to be in millions here and this to be in percentages here? Well, what I have to do is I have to use an expression and I have to use a case statement. So in order to make this happen, I go case and I say at income statement, because that's my category here. Okay, when the at income statement equals the growth rate, when it equals growth rate, I want it to do something. I want it to take the text, which is a function much like the format function in Excel, so it's to format a number, and I want to format the amount, which is here, the amount, also the amount here. I want to format that text as a percent, and I put that in double quotes like that. Okay, but if my at income statement is not growth rate but is gross sales, then I want it to be in millions. So again, I go text amount and I do it like this. This is the format for millions, I believe. And then I have to throw an ampersand, I think, on top of that after I get that there. And that M needs to be in double quotes. So once I do that, so gross sales, text amount this with an M on the end for gross sales. If I click OK, you can see, bam, there I have it. This is formatted exactly the way I want it in millions, and this one, growth rate, is formatted as a percent, exactly the way I want it. So that's how you can use an expression to get different labels on a chart in Quantrix. If you have any questions about Quantrix Modeler, charting, labeling, using as, whatever, feel free to reach out to me at Quantrix Authority. I absolutely love to help people with Quantrix. I think it's a powerful tool. I hope you'll join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.